Hi, in today's video I'm going to show you how I created this little gift packaging that holds a packet of Tic Tacs, and it's a simple enough project to make with minimal supplies. So what I'm going to be using is the big flower from the Free as a Bird stamp set and the thank you, and I'm going to be using the Woven Threads Designer Series paper, and I'll just quickly show it you. So this is one side and this is the other, and all the colours that are in this pack are all the 2019-2021 in colours. So this is again one side and that's the other. I love this. This is, let me tell you the colour, light purple posy, and that's the back side. It's got Whisper White, I think it's Crumb Cake, Terracotta Tile and Rococo Rose, which is one of the in colours. This is another design with the terracotta tile on the back. This one's got the Rococo Rose, the terracotta tile, the soft sea spray, is it called? Seaside spray, and Whisper White, and that's the other side, which is a neutral. And then this is Rococo Rose, and that's the other side, and this darker colour is Pretty Peacock. I'm looking at my blends to remind me of what the colours are. So that's the pack of Designer Series paper I'm using today, and as I say, I'm using the flower and the thank you from Free as a Bird. So stay with me and I'll tell you what supplies you need and how to make it. Okay, so the supplies that you're going to need a piece of Designer Series paper. I'm using a piece from the Woven Threads, and so you need a piece that's 5 3/8 by 4. I've got a scrap here of Whisper White, which is 2 1/8 by 1/2 inch. That's for the greeting. I've got a piece of Whisper White, which I've cut into a 1-inch circle, and I've got a piece of terracotta tile, which is a 1 1/4 inch scallop. Now I've cut these on the ScanNCut, but you could use a punch for them, and I'm using terracotta tile because that's the colour that's in this Designer Series paper. So the first thing that you're going to need is your Simply scoreboard. On the 5 3/8 side, I'm using the bigger ball tool because this is Designer Series paper. I don't want to use the small end because it may cut into the paper. So on the 5 3/8 side, I'm going to score at 5/8. I'm going to score at 2 3/8. 3 and 4 3/4. I'm going to turn it around, and on the 4-inch side I'm going to score at 5/8. And that's it. I'm going to fold and burnish on the score lines. I'm going to cut away the square in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm going to notch this end because this is going to be the tab. And I'm going to cut up to the 5/8 score line, and then I'm going to notch the small tabs. So that's going to fold round like so, and then the tabs are going to fold in, and it's going to all stick together like this. So this is the front. So I'm going to put some adhesive on here. And I'm going to fold this over. And line up the edges. So that is now the back where the seam is. So I'm going to tuck in the flaps, tuck in this flap, and then put glue on this one. And I'm going to squeeze in just at the top. And using my crocodile, I'm using the biggest hole. I'm just going to punch a hole in the middle. I'm just going to put my bone folder in there just to press that seam down. So my little packet of Tic Tacs can go in there now. I'm going to use some of this polka dot tulle ribbon. I don't want a lot. See what we've got, about 5.5 inches. I'm just going to thread that through, pull it up so it's even. Now I'm going to bring in some white baker's twine. All of this is available in my online shop. I'm just going to tie this up. Going to trim the tails. That's how we're looking so far. So now I'm going to bring in my circle and my scrap. And using Memento black ink, I'm going to stamp the flower and the greeting. And these are from Free as a Bird, so it's the bigger flower which just fits on a 1-inch circle. and the thank you greeting, which I've lost. There it is. Just test it on my scrap. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to put it near to the right hand side, I think. Hopefully get it on this piece of scrap. Move those out of the way. And then I'm going to bring in a light seaside spray, which is the blue in this designer series paper. And I'm just going to colour in this flower. And I'm just going to go over the middle section again, just to add a bit of a darker effect. Oh. So that's how that's looking now. I'm going to stick that on here. I'm just going to use some snail. I think we'll have a little gem in the middle. These are the in colour faceted dots. So all these colours are the colours that are in this pack of designer series paper. So that's going to go on there. And this is going to tuck behind it, so we might have to cut it down. So I'm going to trim this down. Then I'm going to flag the end of this, just cutting up to the middle and then cutting from the corners. So that's how that's looking. And I think I'm going to pop this up something like, not quite sure yet. I'm going to put dimensional on this. Pop that there, and then this I think I'll tuck underneath, and I'll lay this one flat. So that's the little project. I've got quite a few of these to make as customer thank you gifts to go with something else that I'm giving them. I think I might just chop these down a little bit. These are a bit long, I think, for the size of the box. So what do you think? Cute little gift idea. These would make great table favours for a party or anything like that. Obviously you need to get something that's about similar size to a Tic Tac box, but you know, piece of designer series paper, bit of stamping, greeting, some tulle ribbon and some baker's twine. So I hope you like that simple project. Please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you don't already do so, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.